welcome back to Rise of the Podcast. I'm Kara.
And I'm Brownie. And
This is the last podcast before Jeremy comes home.
maybe.
It better be.
If we let him back on the podcast.
That's right. He has to apologize for leaving
Yep.
before we let him back.
And buy us some nice toys.
This is true. He bought me this t-shirt.
Well, that's part of the way there.
Yeah, and he bought me Baby Yoda socks that I'm wearing right now.
Well, I am not getting anything out of this. The podcast's over.
Chris just walked out. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So, Jeremy's not here. BB-8 filling in admirably yet again.
Yep. You still haven't added beeps and boops and stuff, you know?
Oh,
for
my
BB-8.
goodness.
I mean, come on.
I'm
Come on, Chris.
phoning it in right now. I can't be bothered to actually do work.
But they had to bleed BB-8s here. Come on now.
All right, BB-8, you go ahead and say something. You can't say that on the YouTube.
I know, seriously.
Demonetized.
He's real mad at you for not adding his voice in earlier.
Oh my goodness, this
Good
is ridiculous.
grief.
So.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
So in an effort to try and have something to talk about for today, Kara sent an article.
That Chris did not read.
I did a bad job of doing prep for today. And I opened it up and I skimmed the headings, which I don't remember what they are.
Oh,
and
my
I was
gosh.
like, yep, we can talk about that. And so now Kara's going to tell me some Star Wars facts, and I'm going to say, wow, that's amazing.
Oh my gosh, what?
Or I'll be like, yeah, I heard that already. Noob.
There is one in here for sure that I know, and maybe two that I know you've heard.
We'll see.
So I went this morning. I was like, okay, I got to find something to talk about. And so I did a little Star Wars, little facty fact search, and StarWars.com had 20 facts that you can impress your friends with on May the 4th. So this came out,
Last
when
year.
we started the podcast. Oh, nope. A year before we started the podcast.
So the information has been out there. We
It's
just
been
haven't
out there.
found it.
But I mean, I thought it was kind of interesting, and they broke it up between episodes, or like the prequels, the originals, and then the sequels. So
Okay. So there's going to be nothing for Rise of Skywalker in there. Then.
no, there won't be. So that, I mean,
So we'll just have to make up our
What
own
else?
facts.
it's cool. It's good. It's good.
So my suggestion for today, had you not sent that, which I think is way more interesting, was just going to be talking about the weapons that we thought were cool in Star Wars.
Well, what is your favorite? What is your favorite weapon?
Oh, man, well, so just going off of raw power, I think the Death Star is the coolest weapon in Star Wars.
Okay, well, handheld weapon.
Handheld weapon?
Yeah.
Han Solo's blaster is the coolest weapon in Star Wars.
It is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
What do you think's killed more things, Han Solo's blaster or Luke Skywalker's green lightsaber?
Oh, his green lightsaber? I'd probably Han Solo's blaster.
I don't think, has he ever killed anybody with that? No, he killed some people on Tatooine with the Sarlacc thing.
Yeah.
But Han Solo
No.
has to have just smoked a bunch of people.
He's a scoundrel. He did. He had to have.
So,
If you had asked me Luke's blue lightsaber, aka Anakin's saber,
AKA Rey's saber.
I'd have been like, definitely the blue saber. 100% the blue saber. But that's, I mean, I guess that's kind of if you're counting B1s as,
Kills.
yeah.
They're more like aggressive deactivations.
I can't find your power switch.
That's why I turned off my coffee maker this morning.
Oh my gosh.
don't drink
Now Chris
coffee.
has to buy a new one.
Yeah.
That's right. You don't drink coffee
Nope.
because the good coffee is dessert drinks
Yeah, well, this
and regular coffee is hot bean water.
that's the basis of it. Yes, we can discuss this in another podcast.
We should have a coffee episode because they have calf in Star Wars.
We should look into that. Maybe we'll do a Star Wars every day about the beverages of Star Wars.
Ooh. Melu run juice. All day. I love Melu run juice.
All right, impress me.
sorry. Okay.
Impress me with your facts.
Okay, so they're just like little blurps,
Right.
So
And you can fill in the details if there's anything missing, I suppose.
yeah. I will try. I will embellish, and you'll decide what's true and what's false. I'm
Yes,
just kidding.
I like this game.
Okay, so this is episodes 1 through 3. So the first one says Liam Neeson's wig went missing during an overnight thunderstorm while the crew was on location in Tunisia. The same severe storm also wrecked many of the pod racers built for the film, much to the crew's dismay.
Interesting. I didn't realize he was wearing a wig.
Here's the thing. if any person has long, luscious hair in any movie ever, it's a wig.
I'm disillusioned.
100% it's a wig.
I'm disillusioned now.
I wouldn't be surprised if Anakin's hair was a wig. Padme, 100%. No girl has that much hair to make those hairstyles. Just saying.
Okay. I'll believe you.
And Dany from Game of Thrones, 10,000% a wig.
I will have to take your word for that. I
Cool.
have not witnessed Game of Thrones.
It's so good.
I don't have HBO. Once you guys
Well,
start paying me,
okay.
I can get HBO.
Once Jeremy starts paying me. Just kidding.
Yeah. How's Jeremy the only one making money on this? I don't get. And he's not even here. Jeremy, not even on the podcast, making all the money.
We're just workhorses for him. It's
Oh,
it's
my
whatever.
goodness. Now I know what
It's fine.
indentured servitude feels like, Jeremy.
We're just slaves. It's
We should
fine.
unionize. So here's the thing.
Right?
He can't stop us. He's not here.
Right. We need to whip up something. Chris, whip something up fast. We'll print it out, sign it, and
Yeah.
Jeremy, we're a union.
Sorry.
We're the ROTP union.
What are you going to do now?
Yep.
Just comment down below if we should unionize. Ask Me is like knocking on our door right now, probably.
Right? Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right, so first fact, genuinely impressed by, because I did not realize that Liam
He
Neeson
was wearing a
wig.
wig. Yeah. But what? Okay. As a dude, would you grow your hair out that long?
If I was getting paid what Liam Neeson's getting paid to be in a Star Wars movie, I would grow my hair to any length they decided.
You want it down to my toes? All right. Give me a few years. Okay. So the next one is actually one of my favorites. It's kind of funny. So when the visual effects team mapped out the Geonosis droid factory, one area was labeled Padme Chompers. You can see it in the animated action in Attack of the Clones Geonosis overview.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, okay, so they've got the Padme Chompers. Is the Sarlacc pit the Boba Fett chomper? The Boba Fett digester,
Yep. For 1,000 years.
right? What would you
Okay.
call the electrical pit that Palpatine falls into?
Oh, the
The Sidious shocker.
Oh, that's way better than anything I was going to come up with. Let's put a check mark next to that one and move on. That's the right one.
The Sidious shocker.
He was definitely
funny.
shocked he got thrown in there. That's
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
was. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the next one, when you see the Jedi swooping through the stars in Revenge of the Sith, their feet are actually sticking out the front window. To get the best angles of the amazing atmospheric battle in Episode 3, Anakin and Obi-Wan had to dangle their legs outside of the cockpit to keep their knees out of the shot.
Interesting. So, like at the beginning when they're doing the
Yeah.
starfight,
Yeah. So otherwise, I'm guessing they're sitting in their planes, their cockpits like this. So, I mean, how stupid would that look? I'm flying and I'm shooting people and my knees are in my face. You know?
no wonder Obi-Wan hates flying.
Hey, yeah, it's probably it. It's just so cramped in those little spaces.
I mean, American Airlines has no leg room. Jedi Starfighter, it's all the same.
Can you imagine Liam Neeson in one of those?
He's what, like 6'2", something like that?
Yeah, he's fairly
Big
tall.
guy.
I know.
That's why they killed him off, because they knew that they were going to have a
Right.
space battle.
Well, they had to redo half of their sets because he was so tall he didn't fit through the doors. And it ended up costing them like a few $100,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
There's see, you just added another fact that people didn't know to impress.
That's right.
So far, these have been really interesting.
Okay, this one, you might know this one. StarWars.com may have played a small part in Mace Windu's lightsaber becoming the purple color Samuel L. Jackson wanted. After asking George Lucas if a purple lightsaber was possible, Jackson was delighted to be presented with an image of Mace with a purple blade as a test. But somehow or other, said Jackson in an interview, even though he had done it as an experiment, it was already on the website, and he let me keep it.
Okay.
So I knew he wanted one because, he wanted to be able to stand out,
Yep.
especially in, the big Geonosis fight.
Yeah.
You have so many greens and blues and yellows, and he wanted to stick out. He'd be the only purple lightsaber, and he got it. I didn't realize, though, I read through this earlier, and so I knew that. But anyway, I didn't know before reading this that StarWars.com leaked the picture.
Yeah. I didn't know that either.
It's kind of cool.
I don't know if this is canon or legends now, but it had been explained to me at one point that the reason his lightsaber was purple, in universe, was because he channels the dark side when he's fighting.
Right. Yeah. And so it's a little mixture of bleeding
yeah.
the crystal and the actual true color of it.
Yeah, so he would have had a blue lightsaber otherwise.
Interesting. Can you imagine if it was green then mixed with the red? Just
So
brown.
just be oh,
I'm
yeah.
glad a blue crystal called to him.
Yeah, for real. Oh my goodness.
Have you been to that episode yet where they go on to Ilum to get the crystals for the kids?
I'm in the middle of season 3 right now. So that
Okay.
I'm sure that's somewhere like I'm almost done with the jumping around part. So by the
Yeah.
end of season 3, it just starts going straight again.
Okay.
So I have like one more random episode for a season 1 episode,
Okay.
then a couple more season 2s, and then it's all sorted out. So
Okay. All right.
I'm doing
So
the
good.
chronological order.
Well, okay, so my friend Mimi, her husband started watching Clone Wars. I'm sorry, tangent, you know.
That's fine.
And he was watching them, and I was like, is he watching them chronologically or is he watching them in release order? And she was like, he's just watching them as they're put on. And I was like, okay, here's the thing. So I texted him. I was like, you need to watch it in this order. He said, so now he's watching them correctly. Because it's so confusing otherwise. Because like I said, I mean, in early episodes, somebody dies. And then in later episodes, they're back alive again. It's like, what now?
Yeah, so I'm glad that I'm watching it in the suggested order because
Yeah.
it's like there's so much in them already. It's like having to keep track of like, was this
Yeah.
before or after this?
Right. And a lot of people didn't like seasons 1 and 2 because,
They jump around so
yeah,
much.
it's
I'll-
hard to follow.
I was talking to Jeremy and I was like, I literally was like making myself watch like the first like right before I think it was like 2 episodes before the Zillow Beast episodes. I was finally like wanted to watch the show. I was like, I wasn't like not entertained, but I was
Right.
like, I was
Are
like,
you not entertained?
I was like, do I want to watch something on YouTube or watch something else or watch this? Like, well, I'll watch this and I want to like get through
Yeah.
it, right? Because it just felt like something that I should, being a part of this channel, I should at least be a little bit aware of what's going on.
Yes, I agree.
But then like it got to those episodes, I'm like, oh man, now I really want to watch this. And then like last night I watched the episode where Ahsoka loses her lightsaber, and then man, why can't I remember his name? Master Old Guy.
Master Old
The guy with the lightsaber and the cane like helps. Like they would have to go and try and find the guy who stole it or whatever. And he's like a million years old.
Yeah.
We're doing a Star Wars every day about it. Spoiler. I just can't remember his name.
It's
It
some
starts with an
short.
S.
It's just a short little. Why am I blanking? This is so bad.
All right.
You're gonna say it, I'm gonna be like, duh.
Stalling for time. Stalling for time.
No empty weird pauses. Just
Yep.
say things.
Aren't you guys really entertained right now as
Yeah,
we're just
right?
looking stuff up?
I could read the next one while you. Should I do that, or do you wanna? Do you want?
I've almost got it now.
Do, 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 do. Just
No,
kidding.
copyright.
I only did a few like a bar and a half. We're fine.
It was so out of tune anyway, no one would know.
Yeah, right.
Oh, just kidding. Man, what a
I
jerk.
quit.
Yeah, Jeremy
guys-
comes back, there's no podcast anymore.
You guys can't use "I'm No Jedi" anymore because that is my vocals. Find your own singer. Just kidding.
Fair enough. Oh my goodness, we've done so many of these.
I know it's 60 some.
We're gonna be in the 60s by the time we're done recording these today. Master Sinube.
Okay.
So yeah, it's like he's like a million years old. He like just does all the crime solving stuff or whatever. Like he was awesome. Like I was like, this guy's legitimately like one of my favorite characters, and he's just in one episode.
Yeah.
He's in the background in some other episodes, but
It's always like you meet so many cool people and Jedis and whatnot. It's like you see them for 2 seconds and that's it. It's so sad.
I never thought that. So I saw the episodes with Duchess Satine.
Duchess Satine is awesome.
She's awesome, but it was like, man, like it seemed a little bit out of nowhere. Like the thing where Obi-Wan's like, if he would have said it, I would have left the Jedi Order, and it's like, Obi-Wan, no.
I know. It's like, where'd that come from? Like, I mean,
So maybe in what's the new name for the Obi-Wan series? Pathfinder or something like that. Pilgrim. Did you not read the article? It's on Facebook.com/Rise of the Podcast.
Hey.
No, the working title is Pilgrim. Maybe they'll explore it a little bit more in that.
Why would they switch it from Kenobi?
I don't know.
I liked it just being called Kenobi. It was fine.
I'm fine with that too. Maybe we'll see where it goes.
Yeah.
They can call the Mandalorian 2 for all I care, as long as it gets made. That's
Amen to that. Amen to that. It better be good.
So yeah.
All right.
Master Sinube.
Master
OG.
Sinube. That's right. Okay, so the Star Wars Holiday Special was the direct inspiration for the appearance of Kashyyyk in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. This, according to Ryan Church, which is the concept designer supervisor. Like the original trilogy, the look of Chewbacca's home in the special was designed by concept artist Ralph McQuarrie.
Okay. So one good thing came out of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
I still haven't watched it. I know there's a YouTube link out there. I'm sorry, I got okay, cool, we're good. I know there's a YouTube link out there of the movie. I just haven't watched it. And I don't know. I
watched
I want
Justin.
to.
Shout out to Cinephile Studios. I watched Justin's review of it, and it's like I don't need to watch it.
Yeah, I watched his review too, and I was like, I kind of cringed just watching. Oh my gosh, Chris, you didn't turn your phone on silent?
No,
oh
I'm not being professional right now. I'm telling you. Once Jeremy gets back,
he's gonna whip us into shape. He's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"You guys, you need to pick up the pace here. Come on."
we're not prepared.
It's okay.
I'm not doing any fancy
Okay,
editing.
seriously, when Jeremy's here, when are we prepared with what we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about?
but at least he can tell some embarrassing story of his past.
And that's true. That's true. But we're a Star Wars podcast. Dang it, we need to talk about Star Wars.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
when Jeremy's here, all we talk about is him messing stuff up, not Star Wars.
Which is still entertaining.
So.
Lord bless him. So yeah, there was one good thing that came out of the Star Wars special. I just, after watching Cinephile's review of it, I just don't know if I could ever bring myself to actually watch it.
Yeah, it was
cringy watching the clips.
Yeah, no, and the clips he picked, it's like, if this is like the stuff that's worth highlighting.
Yeah. Like the cooking show and stuff like that. It's like,
So,
what?
yeah. The 70s were a weird time.
Yep.
So,
All right. We are moving on to the originals.
yay.
Yay! Okay, so at Star Wars Celebration 2017, George Lucas confirmed that Chewbacca was inspired by his dog. The stories are all true. I had a large dog named Indiana. We named the dog Indiana.
Yeah, this is where I had heard this this story before, was in the behind the scenes stuff of Indiana Jones.
So you knew
I
that
was familiar
Chewbacca
with,
was.
Yep.
Do you know what kind of dog he had?
Oh my gosh. I did at one point. Newfie. I have no idea.
Malamute.
Ugh!
An Alaskan Malamute. And he would ride around the car in the front seat, not driving.
Much like Chewie.
Right. I loved that image, he said. So that's kind of cool. This one you might know.
Did he have a random bird show up eventually in his car?
A random bird?
Like a porg?
Oh, right.
I'm sorry. Bad joke. Moving on. That never happened.
That'd be hilarious. Okay, so next one. Wedge Antilles is Obi-Wan Kenobi's uncle. Sort of. Did you know this?
Yep, I was familiar with this one too.
So one of Ewan McGregor's earliest memories in a movie theater is his whole family seeing A New Hope together to cheer on his uncle, Dennis Lawson.
Yep.
Wedge
Who makes an
Antilles.
appearance at the end of The Rise of Skywalker.
Yep. So cool.
Dude,
I'm surprised.
Dude looks as good as he did in the 70s, by the way.
Seriously. There are some actors, they just don't age.
Yep.
I mean, it's not.
Who's Ant-Man? People always say he doesn't age.
Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd, yeah. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's just looked
I mean,
weird mid-30s his whole life.
It's true. Like, have you seen Dinner for Schmucks?
I have not.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, that came out probably, 10 years ago?
I'd say in that range, yeah.
And yeah, I'd say he hasn't aged a bit. And it's
Weird.
like, dude. Also, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
That dude doesn't age either.
I don't know if people remember the show Third Rock from the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Third Rock from the Sun. He was the youngest.
Really?
Yeah, he was the youngest of the three. So it was John Lithgow, Fred Stewart. I can't remember the name of the female alien person, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And he looks literally exactly the same, just shorter.
Yeah.
He's like 5'1" instead of
Yeah.
how
10
tall
Things
he
I Hate
is.
About You. He's in that.
So yeah,
I've seen a lot of people joke about the fact that Heath Ledger is in 10 Things I Hate About You, as is Joseph Gordon-Levitt. So everybody's like, Joker and Robin went to school together. Anyway, kind of funny. Anyway, continuing on.
this is the best
Sorry.
podcast ever.
I know, right? I hope you guys are still with us. Thank you if you are.
Comment down below
If you are still
if
here.
you're like, just say still here.
Right? Okay, so R2's journey upward into the sand crawler in New Hope was accomplished by an old movie-making trick and not new visuals.
Reversing the
Yep.
footage. Yep, they just dropped him down the tube.
The sensitive little droid shot down the tube past the lens, landing on some thoughtfully placed padding out of camera range, wrote Anthony Daniels, and later they would reverse the film.
So that one, I was watching some special feature thing. Like I never had thought about it, but I was watching a special feature about the effects of Star Wars, and that was one of them.
I mean, how simple is that? You don't need fancy things.
Just play
reverse.
backwards.
Exactly. Just
A lot easier
rewind.
now still than back in the 70s because I can just click a button and say, play backwards, please. And it does it.
Exactly. Mark Hamill spent some time inside a dewback in Mos Eisley. When I climbed...
That's the phrasing of that. Sorry.
I know.
It is a hive of scum and villainy after all.
Oh my gosh. So it's kind of funny. He said, when I climbed inside the dewback outside the cantina in Tunisia, he tweeted, there was a crowbar to lift its head. It was covered in newspaper paper mache, including a review of a David Bowie concert in Paris, which I read by flashlight. Odd, but true.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he got his little news on David Bowie in there. This was interesting. Han Solo's Hoth parka is actually brown and not blue. Revealed Layla French in Discoveries from Inside Costumes Revealed. The lighting in the Echo Base and Hoth scenes may be the reason so many fans recall the color as blue. So it's actually brown.
It's like navy blue in my memory.
Yeah. Yep. Same here. But totes not.
So yeah, if you want to be prop accurate, you got to get yourself a brown parka.
Yeah, right? Sorry, Rebel Legion. You'll have to change your Hoth jackets.
I wonder. We should check after this and see
We should.
what
That'd be
the approved
interesting.
color is.
Because I know the jacket he wears on Starkiller Base is blue. That one is blue. Because they did the
Unless
remake.
it's brown.
I know, right? Because then Columbia did the remake of it. So Jeremy got the crew Hoth parka.
Yeah.
And the year before, they did the Han Solo one from Starkiller Base, and now it's blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
buy that it's blue.
Yeah. Yoda was almost portrayed by a monkey.
I have heard that as
You
well.
heard that one? Okay.
And they talked George Lucas out of it because they said the monkeys are impossible to direct on set.
I am so glad they didn't do it because they said we thought maybe if we trained a monkey, put him in an outfit, and then animated the lips. Can you imagine how cheesy as heck that would have been if Yoda? Oh my gosh,
Remember
I
the
can't.
Annoying Orange? I'm imagining that where it's just literally just a cutout.
Right?
Where it's like, oh,
I know.
patience, young Skywalker.
Star Wars would not be where it is today if they had done that.
No, yeah, that's
People would have been like, "This is stupid." No,
yeah, that was a good call on actually getting Frank
Use-
Oz in there.
exactly. So good. Anthony Daniels fell asleep on the set of Return of the Jedi and awoke to overhear a huge Star Wars secret he wasn't supposed to know. After a quick nap behind a tree, Daniels woke up just in time.
Oh my gosh. That's hilarious to me. Just napping behind trees.
Right? Seriously? Oh my god.
They buried the lead. That should be Anthony Daniels is used to nap behind trees on set.
Anyway, Daniels woke up just in time to hear Leia reveal her true relationship with Luke. When I saw the finished movie, only I knew I was behind the tree. So I guess in that scene, he was behind the tree.
Oh, that's the scene that we tore apart in our review of Return of the Jedi when they're on the bridge at night. That's when
Yeah,
Luke and Leia.
the cringy one, like.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So apparently Anthony Daniels just napping away back there.
That is so funny.
I mean, when you're treated like a god by the Ewoks, you can nap whenever you want.
okay, here's the thing: when you have your chair taken away from you, because Jeremy told you that, right? In reading the, in reading the Anthony Daniels book, because he never actually sat in his chair because he was always in the C-3PO costume. They just assumed he wasn't using it.
Oh.
And so one day he went to go sit in it and it was gone. And he was like, where's my chair? And they were like, oh, the guy who uses it is never here. So we gave it to somebody else.
They didn't even know who he was.
Right. That's exactly because he's always in his, gold costume. So,
I guess that's fair. That's fair.
so instead of sitting in his chair, he was like, screw all of you. I'm going to go and nap behind a tree.
And then he learned the secrets. I totally forgot that was even a reveal thing. It had been so ingrained in my mind. Like I knew, like, because everybody brings up the big reveal that Luke is, Darth Vader's Luke's father.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally forgot that was like a twist. Mm-hmm. Was that they're actually brother and sister. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
interesting.
All right, and then last one for the originals. Some of those Ewoks versus Stormtroopers in Return of the Jedi were actually British dock workers, salespeople, and typists versus California lumberjacks. According to
seems like an unfair fight.
Oh, right? According to Classic Creatures, the making of Return of the Jedi, extras for the famous battle were recruited from all walks of life.
Interesting. All Ewoks of life.
Oh, bad.
By the way, if you have a curved pan that you plug in, is that an Ewok?
Oh my gosh.
And on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far into the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I think that we've earned a like at this point. Subscribe if you're not already. Comment down below if you thought those jokes were worth sticking around for. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course,
may the Force be with you.